Historically, we've always had like this kind of weird, probably slightly irrational thing of just not wanting to ever repeat ourselves. So I think we've always approached the first few albums like that. We've got to do something different. We did that last time. It has to be recorded different, sound different.
Well, there's this vague pattern I see, which is that it's not clear cut, but we tend to do an album where we sort of go more towards like the three of us playing like rock based, you know, like guitar, bass and drums, and that becomes a priority. And then we seem to want to do an album where we sort of reinvent the wheel and sort of try loads of different production techniques. And then we sort of go, oh, let's go back to doing more sort of straight rock again. And then we go, no, let's go reinvent it. And I feel like we've done that for the last 4 albums anyway. This album is probably more the kind of not experimental, but the more like broadening our horizons of sound, basically. And then so that probably means the album after this is going to be back to rock again.
Burn like a slave, churn like a cog. We are caged in simulations.
It's a very synthetic sounding tune. It sounds like a sort of early 80s computer game or something, or soundtrack to like, you know, we got quite into John Carpenter music, like Escape from New York, you know, films like that. And so yeah, it's kind of like getting into that kind of early, I like that early 80s kind of vision of the future.
You know, we using a lot of kind of vintage synths in the studio to try and create that, you know, kind of slightly retro futuristic atmosphere was something we worked on a lot. So we wanted it to be this kind of quite long, like almost filmic, you know, almost like hypnotic sounding track.
I'm grinding it out, no one can see. The impression's growing exponentially. I'm trying to keep up to speed with you. Your lane changing is accelerating me.
This song was partly influenced by being in this Beatles covers band that I joined. You know, Dom played with us briefly. We managed to play with Paul McCartney for a couple of tracks as well. So we were doing like, I had this band with a bunch of mates where we were playing like just Beatles covers tunes, and I was learning the bass lines, and I wanted to basically study Paul McCartney's bass lines.
Don't push me. Don't push me. Let me get off the ground. To you I'm no longer bound.
There's moments when you feel like, I guess, I don't know, like pressure to, you know, working on the album or working on deadlines, working on like, you know, sometimes being on tour, I don't know, sometimes there's personal things that are going on, you know, I don't know, it's just like anything that makes you feel like you're under a lot of pressure.
Whether it be like, you know, some huge gig we're just about to do, or even trying to complete an album, you know, you have to, we've faced that many times where it's like you've got to make it happen because life's too short to not.